Hey everyone, Eric Lehman here. You're watching another episode of my YouTube vlog, where sentimental thoughts come from my heart and mental oddball shenanigans come from my brain, and adds that to fun and entertainment and heart all around. This is EML77 TV, episode 629. As promised, I'm going to talk to you about Double or Nothing of AEW. You think of Double or Nothing, you think of a category tic-tac-toe. Hey, there you go. Imagine that show came back and said, I'll take Double or Nothing since I watch AEW. And you're like, oh, that's not the Double or Nothing. All right. How does Double or Nothing work? You know? I can see Taz going, since I work for AEW, I got to pick Double or Nothing. Now, how does it work, Wink? So I have to answer a question correctly and choose another category. If I get that one right, I get both boxes. If I answer incorrectly, I get neither one. Oh, that's Double or Nothing. Okay, I see that, So, it was a great pay-per-view. I decided to watch it on a free streaming live website. I'm not going to mention the name of the site, or else I don't want to get the site in trouble or anything like that. So, I did end up watching it, and it is so crazy. It was the craziest thing ever. It started off with the casino ladder match. Now, the casino ladder match, there'll be nine competitors, 8 already revealed, but 1 mystery opponent. And I'll tell you, mystery man. And so, the 8 participants in this matchup were both members of SCU. That would be Scorpio Sky, Frankie Kazarian, Colt Cabana, Darby Allin, Joey Janela, Luchasaurus, Kip Sabian, Orange Cassidy, and a man to be named in the match. So anyways, I ended up, when I watched it, I thought, because everybody was talking about it and couldn't stop talking about it. It started, the difference was this ladder match started off as a casino, like a Royal Rumble type style. Every 2 minutes another competitor enters. So I thought, this is crazy. This is a unique situation for a ladder match. You figured everybody in the ring, everybody enters first, and they all look up at the thing, and all of a sudden bell rings. Let's brawl with each other, right? And there were some crazy moments in that matchup, and there were some totally crazy moments. Darby Allin using a skateboard and ended up breaking his left. Hopefully he's okay because he hurt his leg on that one. Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy. Oh boy, if I was entertained by somebody, it would be Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. This is how you win. He looks over to Excalibur. How do you win this matchup? Because Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross, and Excalibur were commenting. Excalibur, Tony told you 200 times. You go up, you climb the ladder, and you grab the thing, and you win. He's all ticked off about it. And he's trying to climb the ladder. He goes... Orange Cassidy cracks me up. I'm the most entertaining dude ever. It's like this. He's like this. I was like, oh, dude, you're supposed to set the ladder up and climb it. And Colt Cabana kind of looks at him and like, what are you? I'm like, I think this gimmick's supposed to be like a lazy sloth type, slacker type dude. Like, he doesn't want to do anything until he gets going. I think once he gets going, he started flying all over the place, started actually climbing the ladder himself and getting it. And the mystery guy in the matchup, after 8 superstars were in there, 2 minutes after everybody's coming in there, crazy stuff happens. And then the 9th guy comes out. And so Taz comes in. I'm like, is Taz even wrestling anymore? Is he in this matchup? And he's probably the coach. Every seems to be in the AEW, he's got wrestlers coaches. Cody Rhodes has Arn Anderson. The Murder Hawk Lance Archer has Jake the Snake Roberts. And Taz comes out with former Impact World Heavyweight Champion, the Machine himself, Brian Cage, made his AEW debut. And he went ham on everybody. I mean, he's busting people up left and right, and then there it comes to a point where, like, everybody's down. He starts climbing the ladder, and Orange Cassidy jumps on his back. It's like, hey, give me a piggyback ride. I'm going to get that. And he's almost got his hands on it. He's using Brian Cage as a way to get him that thing. And then they start, attacking him with chairs and everything else, knocking him down. And all of a sudden, they all ganged up on Brian Cage, because Brian Cage is the biggest dude in the matchup. Besides Luchasaurus, this dude, Brian Cage is jacked. I mean, I first watched him on Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground usually plays here on YouTube and all. And this guy is jacked. I mean, he's got the sideburns and everything, and he's got his finishing move. It's like a variation of Michinoku Driver called the Drill Claw. It's more lethal. And it was insane. This guy picks him up. Picks up one, assuming it was Orange Cassidy, drops him. It went back and forth. And then they all ganged up on him. They started stacking rail guards, ladders, tables, and this big, humongous chip, a prop from the... Took 5 guys to pick that thing up, and they threw it on top of Brian Cage, who was out like a light. They buried him beneath all that. I mean, this is unbelievable, right? Match still goes on. Eventually, Brian Cage breaks out of it, busts everybody up, including Darby Allin, who was a non-factor for most of the match because he hurt his knee. Hopefully, he's okay, and he ends up winning the whole thing. I was like, okay, but more on we faced the AEW champion, whoever that may be. I will explain on that. Another match they had on the card. They had a buy-in, a pre-show. Best friends, that'd be Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, who was formerly one half of the Dude Busters in the WWE. And Chuck Taylor was like one of the funniest wrestlers in Chikara. And if you go on YouTube and put Chuck Taylor wrestler, I think they had Chuck Taylor's silly. The guy is hilarious. You gotta love what he's, And they faced Private Party, and they cemented their spot as number 1 contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. More on the champs, more on the champs later. Second match they had some good matches on the card. Second match they had was MJF, Michael Cole, Jacob Friedman versus Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, who was the son of the late great Luke Perry. I found out Luke Perry was a producer for the Ric Flair 30 for 30. But Luke Perry has been a wrestling fan for a long time, so his son Jack is kind of continuing the legacy here, so to speak, for his father. I'm sure his father would be proud. And these guys fought. MJF may have run his mouth and beat a heel, and everybody hates him and all that, but he's a pretty dang good wrestler. He knows how to bridge out moves and all that. It was a heck of a matchup, but MJF won in the end. So, and everybody still hates MJF. And Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Listen, he's the type of guy who would insult anybody and not regret it. And, but he has to be very careful now because like I said, a couple episodes ago, we talked about a Japanese Joshi wrestler, Hana Kimura, who lost her life. So I think Freeman will probably is backing off on Twitter, or else everybody will get on his case. And it will not be pretty sight. Bullet you ugly. Anyway, so we got to be careful of that. Yeah, it was a heck of a match between those two. It would have gone either way, but MJF finds a way to win. He probably did an underhanded tactic and ends up winning in the match. But then you got a matchup. Now, it was supposed to be Britt Baker versus Chris Statlander, the Galaxy's greatest alien. Chris Statlander. But Britt Baker suffered an injury, I think on her leg or knee or something like that. So Penelope Ford replaced Britt Baker in the matchup, the super bad girl. And she's gorgeous. And she's engaged to Kip Sabian, who comes out all in bandages after the matchup. But you had Jimmy Havoc backing him. And the match could have gone either way. They wrestled a good, decent match, but then Chris Statlander won in the match. And then you got the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Sort of like a Shield Wyatt family sort of like revival of a rivalry. Rivalry revival, so to speak. When it was when John Moxley was a member of the Shield, he was known as Dean Ambrose in the WWE. Brody Lee was a member of the Wyatt family, known as Luke Harper. But don't forget Brody Lee in the WWE has a couple of titles in there for a former Intercontinental Tag Team Champion, while John Moxley in the WWE as Dean Ambrose Grand Slammed it, but didn't win the Universal title. So he Grand Slammed though he hit the WWE Grand Slam, WWE World Heavyweight Title, Intercontinental, United States, and Tag Team. He's done it all. So, so these two guys are well decorated from the WWE coming in, and it was for the AEW World Championship. It could have went either way, but in the end, Moxley hit the paradigm shift through the ring entrance on. That wasn't the next match, but anyways, through the ring entrance and ends up beating Brody Lee by submission. Even though Brody Lee did not tap out or anything like that, and it's considered a knockout. It was like a tap. A knockout tap out is considered a submission. So be that as it may, Moxley won the matchup. Then the AEW Women's Championship was on the line. The Beast Nyla Rose defended it against Hikaru Shida, who was very beautiful and gorgeous from Japan. So Shida's got a lot of pressure on her, so to speak. She put a lot of pressure on her. She wants to win the title for herself. And then she's thinking about the late Hana Kimura, who passed away at the young age of 22. And Excalibur explained what happened in a way, but it's just kind of like a total reminder for us to be nice. Like I said in the last episode, let's show kindness and love, and that's what we need to do. So Hikaru Shida, Nyla Rose stole one of her kendo sticks and her Shida's signature kendo stick. When Shida got it back, she started waffling Nyla Rose. The match went either way. They went back and forth until Shida got a hold of the kendo stick again and just knocked out Nyla Rose, picked up Nyla Rose, hit a finishing maneuver on her. I forget what it was. Pinned Nyla Rose, and we have a new AEW Women's World Champion in Hikaru Shida. So what's going to happen now that she's the champion? Will we see Chris Statlander step up or Penelope Ford? With Britt Baker hurt, this is an opportunity for Penelope Ford to play. Now, Riho, who was the first AEW Women's World Champion, I think she's in Japan and stuck there because of the pandemic, and that's the reason why. And I think it would have been displayed more if Riho is still in Florida. And then I think her and Kenny Omega are dating. Kenny Omega must have learned Japanese real quick to communicate with her. So that's something. Or is she back in Japan and trying to help? I don't know. But anyways, Riho should be in consideration too. So that would be a heck of a match of Shida versus Riho. And you got Chris Statlander. Who knows? Who knows how many women from AEW will be coming in? Too bad Tessa Blanchard signed on with Impact and is their world champion, because if Impact did not sign Tessa Blanchard, she would have gone to AEW and that would have been a heck of a matchup, But right now, Shida is the champ. But let's talk about the match that I want to talk about. The match that everybody's been talking about on the card. The Stadium Stampede match is the Inner Circle versus the Elite. The Elite consists of the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega, and Matt Hardy, who happens to be an ally of the Elite. Another match happened. Before we talk about that match, the TNT Championship Tournament Finals. It was Cody Rhodes versus the Murder Hawk Lance Archer. I almost wanted to go in the Stampede matchup, but the match went back and forth. Jake the Snake Roberts and Arn Anderson were up to their old antics as usual. The funny part was that Lance Archer almost dominated the whole matchup, and then Lance Archer dominated the whole matchup, and then when Jake the Snake Roberts and Arn Anderson got involved, and the crazy part about that was, check this out. Jake the Snake Roberts got the referee distracted. You'd think they'd give Archer an advantage by low-blowing people and all. Low-blowing Cody and all. And he was about to go off the top rope. Arn Anderson pushes him off. Jake the Snake Roberts is pointing. The referee's like, hey, what's going on? Another referee comes out, stooged off Arn Anderson, and it was Bryce Remsburg. said, okay, you're out of here, Arn. And Arn's like, no, that's BS and all that, right? And then all of a sudden, he decided, well, if Arn Anderson's leaving, Jake, you're out of here too. I don't trust you either. So, anyways, Jake was leaving. And as the two went back to their separate locker rooms, because they had two separate entrances, which is really cool, Cody and Archer went at it. So Archer's like, it's like this, dude, the dude just ejected freaking, Jake the Snake Roberts to the back, and out comes Jake with a snake in the bag. All of a sudden, Mike Tyson, who was supposed to present the title, who was presenting the title, due to the pandemic and the stay-at-home advisories on that, the belt is not complete yet because the factories are all closed and all that. So that's something to look into. They said, Tony Schiavone announced that, and when it comes to when everything's back opened up, the belt will look better. It was supposed to be in gold and all that. So it looks like right now it kind of looks like one of the Raw Tag Team Championships. That's what it's red and silver, but like I said, it's incomplete because of the virus. So everybody's criticizing the belt already, but I can understand why it was not complete. So I'm not going to criticize the title, but it looks pretty good. And then Mike Tyson comes out, takes off his shirt, and I'm like, oh, he's in fighting shape. I'm like, yeah. Jericho tweeted, keep Jericho away from me. Not good. Chris Jericho tweeted, and I'm going to find the tweet right now for Chris Jericho because it's pertaining to Tyson. It was pretty funny. Oh, good. Thank you. Okay. How about Eastern time, dude? How about Eastern time? Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... I was thinking about Battle for the Grid. I'll get back to you on that. Jericho. I am Chris Jericho. All right, here we go. And this is what Chris Jericho had to say. Great. Tyson appears live May 27th on AEW Dynamite. Great. Just January 11, 2010. Yeah. Chris Jericho got knocked out by Mike Tyson. Just stay the F away from me, Mike Tyson. I haven't forgotten about January 11, 2020, and I never will. You better not forget it. You better not forget it. Guys, I'll tell you what. Did Brady? Lots of things. What the? Tom Brady ripped his pants? 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 Tom Brady, go on Twitter. Tom Brady ripped his pants? Tom Brady ripped his pants? Tom Brady ripped his pants? Oh. Go on Twitter. You type in if I did Brady, Tom Brady trending on Twitter. Tom Brady ripped his pants. I'm done. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I apologize, folks. I meant to talk about Double or Nothing, but I just went to check out on Twitter to see what Jericho said about Tyson. And and there was did Brady, so I checked that out. Tom Brady ripped his pants. 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 I'm dying over here. Oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna try to get this video over with. Oh, that's so funny. I can laugh about Tom Brady. He's no longer plays for the Patriots, but Tom Brady ripped his pants. So, anyways, after hitting, okay, so back to the Cody Archer matchup here. That was a great segue, right? I'm going to go see what Jericho had to say about Tyson. January 11, 2010, when Tyson knocked him out, and when he and Tyson teamed up against DX, but Tyson was DX all along. It was, I'm sorry, folks. That was hilarious. I just had to laugh. Good way to laugh, right? It's a good way to laugh. Poor Tom Brady. I feel bad for him. Anyways, I don't know. He left New England, so not really. But anyways, Cody hit his father's move, the bionic elbow. He hit his brother's move, the final reckoning, as he calls it. It used to be the final cut or final curtain. And then he hit 2 crossroads on Lance Archer to pin him, beat him, and become the first ever AEW TNT champion. So congratulations to Cody Rhodes. It was a heck of a matchup. It was a great matchup overall. Had a lot of fun with it. And so I'm sorry, but I can't get over the fact that Tom Brady ripped his pants at a golf game. Yeah, you got to check it out on Twitter. He's trending on Twitter right now. Just put "did Brady," and I'm dying of laughter over here. It was so funny. Tom Brady ripped his pants. I'm gonna go on Facebook, okay, and I'm gonna write Tom Brady in a golf game game. Tom Brady ripped his pants. I was supposed to talk about AEW double or nothing, and Tom Brady ripped his pants. Don't know how that happened. Tom Brady ripped his pants. I gotta keep saying it before because I can't believe it happened. It's hilarious. Excuse me, I farted it. Oh my God! All right, Eric, come on, breathe. You got this. Oh my gosh. Well, I need a laugh after all that we've been through today, all that we've been through. I mean, it was a good day, but after we've all been through this week and this past week and everything else, you got to laugh at this one. Double or nothing. So it's the Stadium Stampede match. As you know, one of the owning partners of AEW is an owner for the Jacksonville Jaguars too, Tony Khan. Dudes allowed them to run amok in the stadium. All right, it was between, the Elite. That was the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson. It was the AEW Tag Team Champions, Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega, and teaming up with Matt Hardy, an ally of the Elite, because they're the Elite. Good joke right in there. Against the Inner Circle would be Chris Jericho, Proud and Powerful. That'll be the team of Santana and Ortiz, formerly LAX, former Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, who's just been beaten by the North, and ever since then, no one has ever heard. They've been doing their thing in AEW. The North's doing their thing on Impact. Sammy Guevara, the Spanish sex god, he calls himself. He looks like Justin Bieber. And Jake Hager, the former Jack Swagger. All right. Now, Adam Page had not shown up. All the teams have shown up. Adam Page did not show up. I'm like, I hope he's not drinking again. I hope he's not turning his back, right? All of a sudden, all 9 men were brawling. They started out in the ring. Aubrey Edwards, the head referee in that matchup, blows the whistle, and they had cheerleaders, they had the mascot, they had everything, right? Lots of funny things that were going on. Beating the heck out of each other and all that, and they were beating the holy heck out of each other. Steel chairs, trash cans, anything they get their hands on. They were fighting all over the stadium and all that. There was one of the Young Bucks, I think it was Matt Jackson, jumping off the goalposts. The goalpost 10 feet in the air. And then everybody's brawling, right? Sammy Guevara's looking around, and all of a sudden, Adam Page arrives on a horse. A horse! You know, I know horses get involved in the match. I remember, was it Terry Funk and Chris Candido got into it in WCW for the hardcore title, and I think it was the horse or the donkey. I don't know. The donkey, you know, the horse kicked Terry Funk. So I'm having flashbacks to that matchup. The horse, Adam Page, right? The horse, Sammy Guevara. Like, why do you say Sami Zayn? Sammy Guevara, the Spanish sex guy, he starts running. And Adam Page chases after him on the horse. And they went inside the arena. They went inside the stadium and all that, right? And then everybody else is brawling. Sammy Guevara escaped. And Sammy Guevara escaped. Hey, I'm here, you know? Oh, so Adam Page is still inside the dang stadium looking for Sammy Guevara. Can somebody go? I'm like, can somebody go and tell Adam Page that he escaped back outside? You know? Like, somebody get word of him, right? And he looks in, there was like some kind of lobby, Eastern Club lobby, right? He goes, tells the horse, you stay. He goes in. I'm like, because there's a bar inside the stadium. So, anyways, he sits down, has a drink, right? So everybody's battling all over the place. You had the Young Bucks still battling on the field, Jericho, and you had Santana and Ortiz double teaming Matt Hardy, and they. This was too funny. Matt Hardy, okay, Matt Hardy. You know, Matt Hardy? Matt Hardy's great. I love Matt Hardy. He's another guy I like. He's another guy who's very entertaining. And Matt Hardy, you know. So, Santana Ortiz beating the crap out of him. They threw him in the pool. So Santana. Tom Brady ripped his pants. I can't believe he did that. Anyways, getting back. So Ortiz goes, I can't swim. Dude, it's free freaking feet in the pool, dude. He probably didn't want to get his crazy hair wet. And so they're beating up Matt Hardy in the pool. They're drowning him. Matt Hardy comes up with a V1. And then they were trying to drown him again. Also, they point the matter of fact, the Matt Facts back in the day. Oh, it was so hilarious. And Matt's in the water going, yeah, everyone, doing a Hardy sign. And then all of a sudden he comes back as broken Matt Hardy. Oh, man, it was... They're beating the heck and Jericho. I mean, Jericho and Nick Jackson, they were going at it. And there was one part where Jericho had Nick Jackson down for a 3 count. 1, 2, and Nick Jackson kicks out. Aubrey Edwards, the referee, says 2. 2 was 3. 2, 3. I'm challenging the play. And he's screaming. And all of a sudden, Aubrey Edwards, I'm going to go to the replay booth. And Jericho's going in there with her. I said, what are they going to do? Make out? Well, wait a minute. Jericho's married, you know. Nothing, anything could happen in that crazy thing. And Aubrey Edwards is pretty good looking. But anyways, back. And they're arguing back and forth. It's still a 2 count. We're still having a match going on. And then Jericho gets none. Jericho's got the cone head, and he's laughing like the Wicked Witch of the West. And it was totally crazy. And then Jericho gets knocked out, and Adam Page goes by with a chalk line. Jericho puts a line like a Jericho. I'm laughing my butt off about this. And, meanwhile, Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and Jim Ross had so many jokes up their sleeve. It's totally hilarious. Their commentary made it more entertaining and fun to watch. And I think I want to watch that the Stadium Stampede match again. It's hilarious. And the funny part about it, Jake Hager and Adam Page were brawling at the bar, and then all of a sudden Adam Page is left out. And we see this in the movies. Slides Adam Page in the bar, and then after Kenny Omega dealt with possibly Sammy Guevara. Here comes Kenny Omega, assists Adam Page to, they hang out at the bar. Adam Page gives himself some whiskey. Adam Page gives himself some whiskey. He gives milk to Kenny Omega, too toasted, drink it up. Let's go kick some more butt. They were pounding away out there and everything else. Matt Hardy, meanwhile, was taking care of Santana and Ortiz. All right. And Matt Hardy decided to put Ortiz in a wheelchair and duct tape him to the wheelchair, incapacitated him, while Santana was brawling Matt Hardy, and was shoved into a cooler, an ice cooler. I'm like, oh, Lord. The only thing is I miss is they should have had a Dippin' Dots area there. That way Jim Ross complained, not the Dippin' Dots! So, anyways, they didn't have the Dippin' Dots, unfortunately. So, meanwhile, one of the Young Bucks and Sammy Guevara were doing a suplex, a suplex free amigos type deal from one end of the field to another. They had to exaggerate that a little bit, and they probably had to cut and edit it and say, okay, well, we'll do suplexes here and there. Okay, we'll race to the middle, and then we'll continue from there, and then we'll race to the other side doing that. So that's what it seemed like. And then all of a sudden, and the crazy part is Jericho was taken out by Nick Jackson running down the stadium steps in the stadium where all the fans sat and did some kind of, splash. And then Jericho was taken out of the picture. And I think, like I said, I think it was Adam Page that did the line thing. And he probably had one too many. Everybody was out cold. Jake Hager was out. Jericho was out. Santana and Ortiz were indisposed. They left Sammy Guevara, who was groggy after all that suplexing that he went through for 100 yards. Says, I won! No, he didn't. The Elite's still around. So, the Elite, Kenny Omega is beating the heck out of Sammy Guevara, right? Crazier things even happen, right? They're brawling in the stands again and all that. And then, like, after, the football entrance there, Kenny Omega, I think it was like 10 feet in the air, this guy, or even more than that, hit the one-legged angel on Sammy Guevara, pinned him right there, and then the match was over. The Elite won. I don't know if there's any other details in that match I missed, but it was the craziest matchup I have ever seen. It was the most insane match I have ever watched. If 2020 taught us anything, it's going to be the year of the crazy match, because without fans, it was very difficult to, be entertained, but without fans. But you're going to see so many insane matches from both WWE and AEW. I can guarantee you. WrestleMania, there was an insane, there was the Boneyard match with AJ Styles and The Undertaker against Cena and Wyatt in the Firefly Funhouse matchup. And the recent Money in the Bank ladder match, that was insane. But the Stadium Stampede matchup, it's crazy. You have to watch it. It's unbelievable. So I got to give kudos to all 10 competitors. Awesome job. All the competitors in AEW. AEW, awesome job. Keep up the great work. And thank you, AEW and WWE. Everybody's, bashing WWE because of Vince and everything else. And, let's bang that person. Screw all that. Try to watch AEW and WWE. Be entertained. I know it's probably the toughest of times that we're living in right now. But AEW and WWE provide us with great entertainment, and I'm thankful for it. And I know next week's Pressure Luck, I can't wait to watch it, and I can't wait to watch In Your House. I can't wait to watch Backlash as well. So I'm looking forward to those whatever matches. I'm sure WWE's probably looking at that, so we got to kick it up a notch, Get ratings in there, and it's all about the ratings, man. And Stadium Stampede, I'm messing up with words. I apologize. Stadium Stampede, most insane match ever in AEW. And they all done themselves with that one. That was probably one of the craziest matches ever. If I missed any detail from that matchup, please comment and let me know what's up. And I probably forgot about it or not remember it. But lots of crazy moments in that matchup. Funny moments, crazy moments, and everything else. And just, it was great. It was fun. It was entertaining to watch. And, I'm very happy for Hikaru Shida being the new AEW Women's World Champion, and Cody Rhodes being the first ever TNT Heavyweight Champion. It'll be very interesting to see now that Brian Cage has that casino chip. He can cash that in, and at AEW Fighter Fest, he'll challenge Jon Moxley for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And Brian Cage as World Champion would be pretty good. So, But right now, Moxley has that title. So let's say John Moxley's in good company. I mean, he's the only man so far to be WWE and AEW World Heavyweight Champion. So he's already got that. So I gotta say, it's gonna be really cool. So let me see. Anything else on the card? Anything else? Now I haven't heard anything from my boss, unfortunately. I'm gonna try. Unfortunately, I have not. Uh-oh. Oh, that would. I think that would be a great man. He was supposed to schedule to face the Undertaker. Drew McIntyre was at WrestleMania 26, but that match did not happen. I was kind of shocked. He would have faced a dead man. That would be a heck of a. And okay, for curbside pickups, open for pickup. All right, non essential business. At least that's the plan. Okay. Yeah, so that means. Well, I haven't gotten a word from my boss about the mall reopening, so which is curbside pickup. I don't know if I'm going to. I haven't, got anything yet. So unfortunately, I probably am not going back to work unless I get a phone call from my boss tomorrow morning asking me why I'm not there. But it says curbside pickups only, and so anything like that. So that's going to be something to deal with. And like I said, I haven't got any word from out of my bosses yet. But anyway, so for right now, I am going to be home until this will be phase 1, I believe, is the curbside pickup. Probably phase 2. When phase 2 decides to open up all the stores, then I'll probably get back to work under the phase 2 law. So when I get back to work, it's going to be very, very strange because I'm used to being home now for 2 months and everything else. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Let's see. That is it. That's all the time we have. I hope you guys enjoyed my explanation of AEW Double or Nothing because I ended up watching it today on a free streaming site. So it's I think I enjoyed it wholeheartedly. My favorite matchup, obviously, is the Stadium Stampede match. I keep calling it Spring Stampede. Sheepus. I'm old school. That's how bad it is. So I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you in episode 630. Monday Night Raw tomorrow night, and then we're going to be looking forward to Press Your Luck on ABC, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central on USA Network. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Peace, and God bless.